Talon. They're the bad guys who go bump in the night for the Overwatch universe. While the Omnics are the Terminators you see coming a mile away, Talon is the one hiding in your closet and stuffing you in a bag. They're Black Ops terrorists with one goal in mind, which is... Actually, we don't know. I mean, we know what they've done so far, but we don't know what their endgame is like, and that's a scary thought. With assets like Reaper, Widowmaker, and Sombra on their side, we can tell they're active and playing in fire. But to what end? Let's take a look and see what they've done so far and see if we can come up with something. Our first glimpse of Talon agents was before we knew Talon was a thing. The cinematic trailer shows Reaper and Widowmaker teaming up in order to steal the Doom Fist, a gauntlet of immense power that was owned by several people before. They fail, but this is our first clue. They're after weapons. The Recall shorts shows Reaper and a team of Talon agents taking on Winston in an attempt to steal a list of all Overwatch agents. We get a nice glimpse of the Talon rank and file here. Black body armor, guns, and full face masks. Reaper's right at home. Once again, they seem to fail, but this shows us another goal. They want to know who all the Overwatch agents were. This might be because Reaper has a vendetta against Jack Morrison and Overwatch in general, but I think there might be more to it. Let's move on. In the Alive short, we find ourselves following Widowmaker as she sets up for and successfully assassinates a major Omnic ambassador and advocate for peace and unity. Good job, 1 out of 3 successes. Bringing up the average there, you go girl. This is a good time to talk about who Widowmaker is. She's the wife of Gerard Lacroix, who is the Overwatch agent in charge of stopping Talon back in the day. She was kidnapped, brainwashed, and sent back to murder her husband, and now she's looking like the top Talon agent. This brings us to more goals: anti-Omnic sentiments, stopping threats to Talon, and recruiting valuable assets. Let's take a detour here to look at the in-game maps. The lore here isn't spelled out too clearly as the focus is gameplay, but there are hints that Talon could be involved. Noombani is all about escorting the Doomfist Gauntlet to the museum before the other team stops it. This could very easily be Talon's handiwork. They could also be behind delivering the EMP bomb to the Omnic Ghetto in Kings Row. They might be behind trying to stop the Omnic director at Hollywood, but other than assassinate a prolific Omnic, I'm not sure if it fits their MO. Could easily be any other hate group. We have another wonderful source of information, and that's the comics. Talon agents assault a train that McCree happens to be riding on in an attempt to steal... something. It's purple and glowing. They succeed because McCree throws it off the train. Another is from way back in the day, with Overwatch agents saving scientist hostages from Talon who were interrogating them for their project information. The last one is our direct mention of Sombra, a hacker, and shows she's involved with screwing around with the Anubis god AI in Egypt. This was part of a crisis that Pharaoh dealt with. These god AIs have the ability to take control of Omnics and, when unshackled, become very, very hostile. So once again, we have ourselves with stealing more technology and trying to spark controversy with Omnics. In fact, if you follow the Sombra ARG, you'll find one of her messages on amomentincrime.com, which translates to transmitting information to active Omnics. She's running a program in an attempt to control or at least feed information to Omnics, either directly or indirectly. Let's go down the list once more and recap. Talon wants powerful technology, they want to increase tensions between Omnics and humans, and they want to recruit. Remember what I said about the list of Overwatch agents and how I felt it wasn't about Reaper? I don't think they want to hunt them down. I think they want to recruit them. Overwatch was one of the most influential organizations in the world. They sent small teams and completely ended the Omnic crisis in record time, but they were broken apart by controversy about their methods and that they were a peacekeeping force in peacetime. They made amazing leaps in scientific progress for war and peace, but now that they're gone, there's a hole to fill. A hole that Talon can fill quite nicely. Here's the game plan. Recruit former Overwatch agents that might be a bit shifty and or are anti-Omnic. Look at that, we already have Zarya, Torbjorn, Roadhog, and Junkrat. Maybe Hanzo if he can get over that whole honor thing. Part 2, cause another Omnic crisis. They're already doing a pretty good job keeping tensions high against Omnics, now all they need is something big. Like, unshackling a god AI that will take control of a bunch of Omnics? Oh look, they're already setting that up. Convenient, right? Next, step up as the anti-Omnic peacekeeping force the world needs. They'll make the pro-Omnics look weak by comparison. While the pro-Omnics are trying to keep the peace and disable them safely, Talon will be winning battle after battle by simply annihilating the Omnic forces. After they become the big damn heroes, they set up shop as the next Overwatch, except in this case, they don't care about public opinion. They're not going to be bothered by controversy. With the power they wield, they're in a prime position to assert control over the UN and the world. Now, global domination seems a bit lofty, but when you're running around in masks and black body armor, why not? Never go half supervillain, go big or go home. Now, all this is just a theory, but I'd say it's a pretty solid one given the evidence we have lying around. Until that time, we'll just have to stay intrigued as to what the masked terrorist organization is really up to, and make sure we stop them. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons, and take care, everybody.